Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's session. And today's session is really, one I think everyone struggles with or wants to work on, and it is when the body speaks, a journey of healing from within. So basically, we are going to look at physical dis-ease in our body in the session today. Welcome once again. And before we begin, again, please make sure you have a pen and paper handy. We'll be doing some gentle journaling to bring about our stuff. Also, keep lots of water handy because, I've found that when you drink a lot of water, it supports your energy, also helps in clearing and flushing out emotional and energetic toxins. Okay. Allow yourself to be present, to soften, to release, to let go. Okay. Now, this session is being recorded and may be used for educational or promotional purposes on YouTube and social media platforms. By choosing to stay in the session, you acknowledge and give your consent to be included in the recording. If you are not comfortable being visible or identifiable, you are welcome to keep your camera off and change your display name as needed. Your healing and privacy are fully respected. So that's the disclaimer. Okay, good. So it's so good to hang out with all of you, old friends, new friends, everyone. So for today's session, what I would like you to do is I would like you to pick one thing in your body that you would like to change. Okay. So just pick one thing. Okay. And then you can listen to the recording multiple times using multiple things, but just for today, pick out just one thing, okay? And write down whatever it is that you would like to work on. And, I found this beautiful PDF which kind of gives you the mental and emotional causes of dis-ease in our body. If you want to put in the chat box some of the conditions that you want to work on, I can actually, read out what are the mental and emotional causes and see if that's true for you. But the important thing is that through the session, we are going to actually look at what is our mental, emotional, spiritual cause of the condition in our body. Okay. So feel free to pop it in the chat box. So there is hernia. Okay. Okay. Bloating. What else? So I might, what did you? Hmm? High BP. Okay. Weight. Okay. All right. Muscle pain, knee pain. All right. Okay. So we will kind of come to that in a moment, but I want you to just pick one thing for today. All right. Now, let's do some journaling. And what I want you to do is, I just want you to write this statement: I have this condition because, and just write down whatever comes up for you. I have this condition because, and whatever comes up, just blurt it out. Don't overthink it. Don't think that, it may be this or that or whatever. Just like whatever thought pops in your head, just write it down. Okay, the next one is this can't heal because. This can't heal because. Again, unfiltered, just write down whatever comes up for you. All right. So this can't heal because, and you can write down whatever reasons you have. Okay. Now, let's go with the stopper thoughts. So stopper thoughts, basically here we are addressing, our doubts that this session is going to help you in any way. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to hold your hands in the TAT pose. TAT stands for Tapas Acupressure Technique. And this was developed by Tapas Fleming. And incidentally, she actually healed herself of cancer using this particular protocol. And, she says that if you have a chronic health condition, it can take you, up to a year to heal it. Okay. And anything, any kind of tat that you do is actually helping you in healing your chronic condition. There is something called as ACE, which is adverse childhood experience. Okay. So a lot of these, when we have, what we call as childhood traumas or childhood wounds. So when we carry all these childhood traumas or childhood wounds, that's also one of the reasons because of which we have whatever physical health conditions that we may be having. Okay, so as you keep doing the TAT, and if you do it regularly, you are healing a lot of stuff which has been kind of stuffed inside, which you are carrying. And as you start healing that, one of the first things that you will notice is that you feel more calmer, more peaceful. And there are some of you who've been attending the sessions since I started. So do you have that experience of being more calmer, more peaceful? Do you find that sense of relaxation in your body? If you do, then, there you go. It proves it. So basically, what we are doing is we are just clearing up all the mental and emotional baggage that we are carrying in our system. Okay, so we do the process in something called as a tat pose. So your ring finger and your thumb, we are going to hold it like this here, and your middle finger will go here, and then the other hand will go at the back. It doesn't matter right and left because we will keep switching the hands. Okay, so I'm going to go through the stopper thoughts. So please hold your hands in the pose. This will never work for me. This protocol is too easy to be of any value. It might work for other people, but not for me. This issue is too big for this protocol to help. Nothing can change this. Nothing else has worked for this, and this protocol won't either. Now switch your hands. The hand which was at the back comes in the front. This healing is here we are doing the intention of the session. This healing is on behalf of me, my family, my ancestors, all parts of me, my conscious and subconscious mind, all points of view I've ever held, every manifestation of my being in all times and all dimensions, all beings involved and all beings who would like to benefit from this healing. This healing will happen safely and easily. Switch your hands. This protocol is easy and could work and be of great value. I now choose to accept life, love, health, and healing. And just relax. Okay. So now, we are going to go through the steps of the TAT. So what you are going to do is everything that you wrote on your paper. Okay, I have this condition because, and this condition can't heal because, everything that you have written down. Imagine that there is a pot in the center and we are in a circle and put everything in that pot. Okay. And so when I say this, it includes everything that everyone has put in the pot. Now, whoever is live right now, as well as whoever is going to listen to the recording. Okay? So let's put everything into the pot and we are going to call it as this. Okay? Now, put your hands in the pose. Everything that led up to my resonating, identifying, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. And I no longer resonate, identify, or connect with this. And relax. Now, if anybody has anything which has come up for you and you want to speak, just unmute yourself and speak. Now, it could be, I actually want to, okay. Now I want to give you this particular statement. So put your hands in the pose and think about your physical condition. And the biggest thing that ever happened to me that resulted in this condition. Now, you don't need to know what it is. You just make that intention. And then whatever is the biggest thing will get put in the pot automatically. And relax. So normally we hold the pose for between 30 seconds to 1 minute. And or, when you feel an energetic change, like, a sigh, a yawn, a burp, or rumbling in your stomach, or just the fact you might just feel that it's done, then it's done. Okay. Now, does anybody have anything that they want to talk about, or we can just go on?
Hi, Nilofer.
Hi.
Yeah, for me, I feel low energy. So,
Yeah, you feel low energy. So do you feel low energy right now?
no, not right now, but I feel through
Okay, so
sometimes.
yeah, just put it in the pot. Whatever it is, you just put everything in the pot. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So let's continue with the steps. Put your hands in the pose. All the places in my mind, body, and life where this has been stored are healing now. Switch your hands. All the communications and connections related to this are completing now.
Nilofer, could you demonstrate the pose once again? I've just joined. I'm sorry I'm late. Apologies.
No worries. So the ring finger and the thumb You're going to hold it here, and then the middle finger goes in the middle of the forehead, and then the other hand goes here.
Okay.
Okay. So
I see.
whatever your health condition is, just imagine there is a pot in the center of the circle and put the condition there. And then you can go back and listen to the recording later to see whatever else we've covered. Okay.
Right.
Your hands in the pose once again. All the origins of this are healing now. And relax. Okay. So as we went through these steps, does anyone have anything that is coming up for you? Yes, Anju, go ahead.
Yeah, Nilofer, like when we started this process after the first round, the diaphragm area and the stomach region, the whole of it, that has started aching badly.
Okay.
I mean, quite a lot of discomfort.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, what number is your discomfort?
9.
9. Okay. So put your
Yeah.
hand in the pose. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. How is it now?
Slightly better.
Okay, so it was a
Thank
9. What number would you give it now?
I would say a 7.
Okay, okay. So as we do the further rounds, it will come down even more. Anybody else has anything? Okay. So now put your hands in the pose and just think about this physical condition that you have, whatever that condition is. Okay? And there are no words, just keep thinking about that condition and just, allow yourself to kind of daydream while you're thinking about that condition. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. Okay, anybody has anything else which has come up for you want to talk about? Extremely annoyed and my hands are throbbing. Do you still have it or it's reduced? Yeah, Vandana, you can unmute and talk.
Yeah, my forearms are tightening right up.
Okay, it got worse. Okay, put your hands in
Yeah.
pose. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. How is it now? Better, worse, same?
Now it's just in the middle of my palms.
Yeah, but is it better, worse, or the same?
It's the same.
It's the same, it just shifted focus.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the thought in your head?
Um, I don't know
Okay.
who I am anymore.
I don't know who I am anymore. Okay, put your hands in the pose. I don't know who I am anymore. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now, and I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. Okay, how is it now?
Now it's on my fingers.
Okay, and the intensity is better, worse, or the
They just feel really fat.
they just feel very fat, but the intensity is not there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we go through that in the process. Now, when even when somebody else's stuff I'm doing, I invite you to hold your hands in the pose because your own stuff is also coming up. It's like energetically, we all are connected in the circle. So on an energetic level, you are aware of what everyone is going through. And if you have similar stuff, it's going to come up and it's going to dissolve. Okay. Yes, Vandana, go ahead.
So I'm getting a lot of intensity. I do have gut issues, but a lot of tightness and intensity in my gut.
In your gut, exactly where?
Lower left side of the abdomen, it's distended.
Mm-hmm.
Lower left side.
Okay. So you have this intensity because just quickly answer me without overthinking. Like very fast, you have to answer me. You have this intensity because
I feel unsupported, unloved, and uncared,
you
and
have this
burdened.
intensity because
I feel all alone. I have to do everything by myself, and there's nobody to help me.
you feel this intensity because
I feel unwanted and rejected.
you feel this intensity because
Just unwanted.
okay. So take all that, put it in the pot. Now put your hands in the pose.
Any pot I imagine, no?
The pot that is in the center, which everyone is putting their stuff in. My pot, right? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with all this happened. Switch your hands. All this happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. Any change?
Yeah, it's lighter.
It's lighter. Okay. What I invite you
My
to
knee is paining now.
sorry?
My right knee is paining now.
Yeah, it will kind of shift, the intensity, and that's okay because we are clearing a lot of stuff which is inside is also emerging. So what I invite everyone to do, and we did this journaling right in the beginning, we said, I have this condition because, and then we said the other statement was I can't heal this because, okay? So everything that you wrote, each of those statements, like for you, one of the things was, I feel unwanted, right? So, put your hands in the pose and just say, I feel unwanted.
Okay, I feel unwanted.
Yeah.
I feel
No,
unwanted.
you don't have to keep repeating it. Just say it once. And now switch your hands. And it's not true that I feel unwanted.
It's not true that I feel unwanted.
And relax. Did the intensity in your knee shift?
Yes.
You see, we didn't address the knee directly. We just addressed, that thought.
Emotion.
So it's like important to get the thought. Now, I just said that the biggest thing that led up to this thing, right? And in most cases, you will find that it has to do with an ACE, which is an adverse childhood experience. So it's something that happened in the childhood, some incident that happened, which you had a point of view about, okay? And so, if you can find those and write those down and take one incident at a time and do a tat on it. And if you do it like every day. So I feel unwanted is like an inner child wound. It's not
Yes.
it's not coming from now, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
it's like every relationship will kind of say the same thing to you.
Yeah. Rejection and not wanted.
Yeah,
Not good
rejection
enough.
and yeah. So all those things, and so they are coming, and it began at a particular, so if this is your timeline, it began at a particular time. So you might find earlier incidents before. So, whatever incident you find, you include that and you do a TAT on that, then you keep going backwards till you find other stuff. So, you keep doing it. And that's why healing any chronic health condition, especially things like gut issues, a lot of people with high BP, all these are chronic conditions. So it can take up to a year for you to heal these chronic conditions. And every time you do a TAT, you're making a change there. There is this thing, if you go on Instagram these days, you will find a lot of these reels which talk about cortisol and weight gain and stuff like that. So what is cortisol? It is nothing but a stress hormone, right? And so when we have all these negative emotions and stuff like that, that's when the cortisol in our system is spiking up. So if you kind of make a habit of doing a TAT every day and do a TAT, pick anything and do, and you're clearing all that stuff from your system. It's like you're deleting all the stuff which is, like the sticky stuff which is stored in your body mind system. What starts to happen is slowly and surely at a point you will start to feel more ease and peace in your life. Okay. And that's
Does
where the healing also is occurring. Yeah.
so does one do this TAT like for just this long as you said every day?
Like you do it
Just
for 20 minutes a
or
day.
one should do it for 20
Like you
minutes.
can't
Okay.
don't hold the pose for more than 20 minutes a day, because then what will happen is a lot of stuff will come up which you will not be able to handle. Okay. So you can literally just go find one of my recordings on YouTube and just, follow along with that. Yeah. The
Oh,
full form of
thank you so
TAT
much.
is tapas acupressure technique. It is
Okay.
developed by this lady called Tapas Fleming. If you go to this website called tatlife.com, you will find it. Okay.
And so you have specific things for gut or specific things for knee pain, or is just one thing and you just do it?
You just do this whole protocol. That's it. But,
Okay.
listen to the recording right from the beginning. So then, it will make more sense to you. Okay. Did anybody else want to speak, or we will go ahead? Anybody else wants to speak? Just unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, Nilofer.
Hi, Natasha. Go ahead.
I'm yawning a lot
Good, good. So that's a sign
and
of
tears are
energetic.
coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I'm
all
releasing.
energetic release. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to say that only. Thanks.
Okay, okay. Drink water. Okay. Um, then put your hands in the pose once again. I forgive everyone who hurt me related to this and wish them love, happiness, and peace. Switch your hands. I apologize to everyone I hurt related to this and wish them love, happiness, and peace. And switch your hands. I forgive everyone I blamed for this, including God and myself. And relax. You know, forgiveness is a really important part in the whole healing process. So forgiveness is about, you know, freeing yourself. It's not about anyone else, it's about freeing yourself. And last week we did this session on forgiveness, which was phenomenal. So, you know, if you have stuff around that, I would highly recommend you go and watch that session. We also did a session on conflicts in relationship. You can watch that also. So, like I said, you know, everything is contributing to your healing journey. Okay. And you know, forgiveness is an important part. And in each TAT session, we have these 3 statements of forgiveness. And sometimes, you know, you may not want to forgive someone. So in that case, when you're doing the forgiveness step, you can just say, I don't want to forgive this person. And then you can switch your hands and you can say, maybe I can forgive this person. Okay. You can do back and forth with these 2 statements. So the point is that, you know, all your points of views around forgiveness, around this person, all that will kind of dissolve as you do this back and forth. You, like we say the positive statement and we say the negative statement, we are saying the 2 different polarity, so that, you know, we pull out those things and then, you know, they kind of discharge through your meridians. Okay. Put your hands in the pose. All the parts of me that have been involved in this are healing now. Switch your hands. Whatever is left about this is healing now. And relax. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to kind of just think about your health condition. And now, how does it feel? Anybody wants to share? Concern for the future. Okay. All right. Anything else? Concern for the future. Anybody else says, I worry about old age. Okay. All right.
May I share it? Hi, Nilu.
Yeah,
Mr.
Anita. So you just joined just now, you know, so I probably won't, you know, kind of handle what you have to say right now because you need to be there from the beginning to be able to get help. Okay. So let's put our hands in the pose. And, you know, whatever stuff has come up for you now when you think about your condition, everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened, it's over. I'm okay, I can relax now, and I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. So, how is it now? Concern for the future, and I worry about old age. Do you still have it, or Has it changed to something else? And you can unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, it's better. Thanks so much. But there are times even I feel alone and unsupported.
I feel alone and unsupported. Okay. We will include that. Gayatri?
Yeah, for me, it's like this rush to complete this lifetime
Okay.
keeps coming up. It's just like, when will this end?
Okay. When will this end? Okay, we'll use that. When will this end? And yours was, I feel alone and unsupported. Okay. So put your hands in the pose. I feel alone and unsupported. When will this end? Fear of death and worry about my children. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. All this happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. So, when will this end?
Actually, when we were running the process, I felt like, okay, if why am I in such a rush, Why don't I do all? It was just a lot of mixed thoughts that were kind of more towards the opposite thought of when will this end? Like, this is such a drag.
Mhm.
And that changed to, okay, why am I in a rush? Kind of different kind of thoughts, which good. Yeah.
Okay, good. So that thought kind of it
Yeah.
loosened up.
Yeah.
It lost its grip on you. How about you
Yeah.
with I feel alone and unsupported?
Talking to me,
Yeah, Natasha.
Okay,
Natasha.
yeah. I'm just yawning continuously.
Okay, but that thought of I feel alone and unsupported, how is it now?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's better.
It's
Better.
better. And
Yes.
if you have like this continuous thought, then you should write down that thought and then also write down the opposite thought. You know, I am
Oh,
supported
yeah.
and the universe has my back, something like that. Make up something which kind of resonates with you. And then what you do is, you switch between the two. I feel alone and unsupported, and then switch your hands and go. And then go one step back and go, what is the biggest thing that led up to you feeling alone and unsupported? Okay. So, go on that track. And next week, we're going to look at adverse childhood experiences. Okay. So we'll kind of work on that because that seems to be the root of everything that is going on physically in the body. So let's go that route next week. Okay. All
So,
right.
Nilofer, you have this recurring every today's
Every
Wednesday.
every Wednesday. Yeah.
It just popped into my mailbox today. Suddenly, I saw it just now when I was clearing my mail.
Yeah, yeah. So what
Uh,
you do is you join one of the groups, like the WhatsApp group or the Facebook Messenger group also. So, you will
Okay,
get the notifications there. Okay.
I'll check if it's there in the email.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's in the email. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Natasha, did you want to say something?
Yeah, it'll be 6:30 or 7:30.
7:30. Today is 1 hour early. All right. So anybody else has anything that you want to talk about? Any burning issue, something that has come up for you? Okay. If
Can
not,
I,
yeah.
can I just ask one thing? When the first time you hold, is there any sequence the right should be at the back or left should be at
No,
the
no,
back?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you keep switching your hands. It's to do with the
Okay.
polarity. Like the right hand is negative, the left hand is positive, the yin and the yang. So you're kind of switching the polarity in your meridians. Yes, Anita.
Do we
Oh,
also
thank you.
cover wealth issues over here,
Hold
like
on, hold on, hold
cheating?
on. Anita, go ahead, Anita.
Thank you. So I had a couple of things. So first one is that my body was healing others without, they asking for it when they are very close to me.
Hmm.
That's one thing which, so I was getting drained by the energies, and I was feeling shrunken because my energies were not used for myself.
Yeah, so put it in the pot,
Okay.
Anita. You write it and you put it in the pot when you're doing the TAT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing was one is the fibroids, although that menstrual cycle has stopped, but that lump is still there.
Yeah.
And of late, I have been diagnosed with, high blood pressure,
So,
which is
so,
also
so Anita,
troubling me.
you need to listen to the recording from the beginning. So I
Okay.
began with saying, you pick one condition and work on it. And then you do
Mm.
journaling on, I have this condition because, so I have fibroids because, and just write down whatever comes up without overthinking it, just keep writing it down. Then the next thing you will write is, I cannot heal this because, and then write down whatever comes in your head, right? And then all that,
Mm.
you put it in the pot and then you do a TAT on it. Okay. And like
Okay.
that, you will repeat with every health condition that you have. And next week, we are
All
going
right.
to work on adverse childhood experiences. And adverse childhood experiences is like all the incidents and the memories that are stored in our, which are leading to us having these points of view, like I'm all alone or I feel alone and unsupported and things like that. So we will go and we will start clearing that. Okay. All right. So now we go
Okay.
to the Vandana, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to ask that, I've had a lot of cheating and backstabbing and betrayals in my life, and financially being cheated out of everything. So, does this handle financial issues also, this healing?
Yeah, everything. So, if you go
Okay.
to my, in the email, you find a link to a playlist with all the healing circles, and you can just go and listen to each one by one. So, there was one we did on money and stuff like that. So, good stuff. You can also, WhatsApp me or send me an email with suggestions of what to do. But normally, what is happening these days is when I do a session, during the session, it pops in my awareness what the next session is going to be. Like today, it just popped, ACE. So that's what we are going to work on next time. Okay,
Yeah, I've just joined the WhatsApp group as we speak.
good, good. Okay,
Thank
now, what I want you to do is I want you to write down what you would like. Okay, so for example, if you have high BP, right? So write down what you would like your BP to be like. Okay. So write down that and also write down, how it will feel in your body to have that. So, for example, if you have bloating right now, so, what would you like to have instead? So, you would like to have like, digestion and, everything that you eat gets digested easily and effortlessly. And then how will that feel in your body to have that kind of healing? To have your body be healed and not have that condition anymore. Okay. Now, okay. Now everyone is going to hold their hands in the pose. Okay. Hold your hands in the pose. And now imagine that you no longer have this condition, that your body is completely healed. Okay. I want you to kind of go backwards in time, go to a point at which you did not have this condition. You know, however many years back it was. Maybe you were in your 20s or you were just a teenager, when you did not have this condition? And then how did your body feel like? How was it? How was your day? How did you go through your day? How did it feel? And reclaim that now. Okay, and relax for a moment. Okay. Now, for some of you, you may be able to do that. For some of you, you might have these thoughts coming in, no, but I don't feel that, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You just do it every single day. And it's like that forgiveness step. You're getting there. Okay? Now, we are going to do one more thing. Now, put your hands in the pose. And, now you're going to go inside your DNA. And you're going to instruct your DNA to be completely healed. You're going to ask for cellular peace about what is going on in your body. You're going to ask for a confluence of health, balance, and chemistry. And what is it that you can give your cells and your DNA right now so that they can go to work right now to create what you are asking for? Switch your hands. I am a divine being, and inside me, I have the ability to control my own chemistry to be such a high vibration that a low vibration dis-ease will leave. Switch your hands. My core essence is part of the creative source, and it floods my cellular structure with a pure light of perfect health. Switch your hands. The pure light of God flows constantly through my cells. The cells of my body hold the blueprints and templates of perfect health and vitality. Switch your hands. Today, I open a love channel between the energy of my soul and my cellular structure. I invite that sacred part of me to flood my chemistry with molecules of love, giving instructions to cells and organs to receive this pure love. I affirm that even the air I breathe is filled with a multi-dimensional energy that understands the love consciousness of the Creator. I relax and am peaceful with my divine essence. And relax. So basically, you can also kind of go online and search for Louise Hay's affirmation or, about health conditions, and you can find the affirmations there and hold your hands in the pose and say those affirmations every single day. Okay. And these ones that I read out just now, I'm going to post it in the groups. So you can, copy these and keep these with you and just say these every day. It's like you're talking to the cells, you're talking to your DNA to create this change from inside out. Sagri, you wanted to say something?
Yes. You mentioned going back to a time when, you were healthy, right?
Yes.
But I went back to that time, but there was also this judgment of, being overweight and not so good looking. Actually, the words that came up were fat and ugly.
Fat and ugly. That's great.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to now do in your next session. So it's
Okay.
like that's fantastic. Good you brought that up. So another thing for you to do journaling on is I don't want to let go of this condition because, right? So for
Okay.
you, it is like if I let go of this condition, I will go back to being fat and ugly, right?
Okay.
So you take
Okay.
each one of those and then you do like you can hold your hands in the pose. If I let go of this, then I will be fat and ugly. Then switch your hands. It's not true that if I let go of this, I will be fat and ugly. And some of
Okay.
these things might be very strong and they may come up repeatedly for you, and that's okay. It's like every time you do it, you are kind of removing a part of it. So think right now, you have this dense forest with all these trees, these thoughts, feelings, emotions are all these trees. And right now you're cutting one tree at a time. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
eventually, after you do that long enough, you will have cut a big patch, so there will be a patch which will be empty. So suddenly you will find when that occurs, a lot of trees will also disappear, other adjoining ones, right? So it's
Yeah.
like the snowball effect. So initially it's very slow, but then once it starts rolling, it will gain momentum and everything will start clearing very fast.
My question also was, now that was a time physically I was at my best.
Mm-hmm.
Physically I was, everything was like really great. But I had this judgment also about myself at that stage.
Right.
So when you asked me to go back to that time, once I work with it, what you're saying is that judgment will go away and I will just see myself as healthy at that stage. Have I got
Exactly.
it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind
Thank you.
of, giving you like a visceral experience of physical health and vitality. So it's like your body, your cells, your body remembers that time when you were physically. But right now, the body is not remembering that so much, but it's remembering more of fat and ugly,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So once that charge goes
Can
away,
I say? I would like to say because it's the similar I have.
mhm,
And even when I was in the most beautiful time, and I was fit, and I have all these thoughts again at that time.
hmm.
It
So,
doesn't, it's not important how you appear.
sorry.
It's not important how you appear,
Mhm.
because then I was thin, now I'm overweight.
Yeah, no, so Camelia, the important thing to remember is that this thought is sticking her, right? That,
Mhm.
I was fat and ugly. So it's kind of like I don't want to have that physical health because I will go back to being fat and ugly. So unless she handles
Mhm.
that, she will never
Mhm.
create the healing for herself. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
That's why the beauty of this process, because when you hold your hands in the pose and you go through the process, you will, one by one, you will have these thoughts which are sticking you. Like in Vandana's case, we cleared that one thought and her knee pain went away, right?
Yes,
So it's like showing you directly the mind-body connection, right?
thank you.
Welcome. So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to do the integration step. I didn't so much ask you about the choice because I kind of read these affirmations about the physical body and stuff like that. But you can also, write down your own choice affirmation, like I choose perfect health and vitality. Actually, let me read a few of them. Hold your hands in the pose. We have 5 minutes. Let's use that time. Okay. It is possible for me to be in radiant health. I see myself in radiant health right now, even though no one but me thinks that this is possible. I think it's possible. I have what it takes to do the research, to reach out for help from people, and get everything I need to eat, to drink, to turn my condition around. My health condition is diminishing every day, and I'm feeling in more and more vibrant health every day. And relax. So we don't say I want to. We don't say I want. You say I choose to have or I have. Because when you say want, you're always reaching out for something. So you say I am in radiant health. I am in vibrant health. And when you hold your hands and you say I am in radiant health, and then there is this voice in your head going, but you have this, and this. That is also good because those are the thoughts you're telling yourself. So when you hold your hands in the pose and those thoughts are coming up, those thoughts will start clearing for you. Okay. So in both cases, it works very well. Okay. Now let's go to the integration step. Put your hands in the pose. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks. Switch your hands. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks. And now put your hands on your ears like this, your fingers on your ears. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks.
Is this today's?
Yes.
What time did we start?
Well, we started 1 hour early. I mentioned it in the thing yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So next week, we are going to work on adverse childhood experiences. It's going to be 1 hour later, which is our regular time. Today it's early because I have something else to do today. So thank you everyone
Can
for
I ask a question now? Can I
yes,
ask? So I've been having a really bad sinus infection and a lot of pain. Will today's actually help me?
yes. So just listen to the recording. I'll just upload it in a bit and I'll share the replay link. Listen to the recording.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you everyone. See you next week.
Nilofer,
And
how do we
please
how
join
do
the
we join the
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group?
How did you find it just now? How did you
In the
join?
messenger. Messenger.
You're in Messenger, right? So it's
Mm.
okay. You're there in the group.
Acha, okay.
Either in the Facebook Messenger or in the WhatsApp group, or if you joined via email, the email has the link to the WhatsApp group as well as the Facebook Messenger group. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.
Thanks so
Bye.
much. Yeah.
Thank you, Nilofer.
Thank you.